So, remember 5 months ago when DICE released a Battlelog news article that talked about the future of Battlefield 4? Well, I wanted to revisit that topic for this video and throw you guys some new information as well as some of my own ideas for future Battlefield 4 content. So firstly, let's go over the article once again since it has been about 5 months since most of you have probably even heard anything about classic maps being made for this game. So at the end of the post, DICE put up a survey about classic maps that, if given the chance, would be brought back into Battlefield 4 for a future DLC of some sort. Now, since it has been roughly 5 months since this survey came out, it has since been closed, so that leads me to believe that they're done taking in our feedback and might be developing up to 4 reimagined fan favorite maps from previous Battlefield titles. Now, this would coincide with the Community Map Project's Jungle map, and the survey actually allowed you to vote on several maps from different Battlefield games. So if you wanted to, you could have voted for Grand Bazaar in Battlefield 3, and then a Bad Company 2 map like Erica Harbor. So this survey wasn't just limited to Battlefield 3, the predecessor to Battlefield 4, it was open to all Battlefield titles. Now, according to a tweet from DICE Los Angeles producer David Serland, they are ready to reveal something, but they're still waiting for the official okay from up top to do so. So I assume this will be soon because once the spring patch hits, we'll get access to 5 new weapons instantaneously. And those weapons are the AN-94, Groza 1, Groza 4, Mare's Leg, and L86A2 LMG. The spring patch right now is almost ready to be deployed to the retail version of Battlefield 4, and I will be making a video in a few days covering the spring patch in full detail and all the changes that it will bring to the game. And remember, the Weapons Crate DLC is included with this patch as well, and that is free for everyone. So a lot of content is coming for Battlefield 4 in the next few weeks and months. The 6th DLC for Battlefield 4 will most likely be the final expansion pack we see for this game after the extended support has ended. As for the rest of the video, I'll be discussing some maps that I want to see make their way on over into Battlefield 4 as a part of this potential classic map DLC. Now, of course, this is not just about what I think. Don't forget to write in the comments today some of the maps that you guys want to see make their way back into Battlefield 4 from any previous Battlefield title. Now, I have thrown in a bit of variety into my choices to cover all types of players and game modes. So, first up, my obvious choice is going to have to be Damavand Peak from Battlefield 3, and I think it's pretty obvious why. Half this map is based on top of a mountain, which you can base jump off of in Rush, and then the other part of the map is below the mountaintop in a sort of giant tunnel. And I think the base jump will bring back a lot of memories for veteran players. The first time you actually did this, it was just amazing. It really shed a light on the only in Battlefield moments we've grown so fond of over the years. Now, base jumping is not the only thing Damavand Peak was good for. Rush on this map was so damn good to play. As attackers, you would start at the top of the mountain and work your way to the end where you would base jump down and then work your way through the tunnels and ending on the other side. So in my opinion, this has to be one of the best rush maps I've ever played on in Battlefield 3. And considering Battlefield 4 lacks balanced rush maps, I think Damavand Peak would be a perfect fit. As for my second choice, I think it was necessary that I included a close quarters map in my choices, so I went with Zeba Tower from Battlefield 3. Overall, this map was perfect for domination matches and going on massive kill streaks. The map is based on top of a skyscraper with plenty of narrow passageways and flanking routes to take, and I think the thing I loved about this map the most was just how destructible it was. Now, if you wanted to hop on for maybe 10 to 20 minutes and play a quick match before school or work, Zeba Tower would definitely be the map to do so on. I think it's one of the smallest maps in the game, so it's a perfect map for some quick action. The third map I want to see brought back is Grand Bazaar. Now, if you like a good rush and conquest map, this is definitely the one you want to see brought back too. It's an urban map with alleyways and roads to feature all types of combat. Now, specifically, tanks and infantry work really well on this map. There were not any air vehicles, and considering this map has a ton of buildings, it really wouldn't make any sense for a little bird to be flying around. Now, if you are an infantry and tank player, this was the map to play on. Rush was by far the most balanced game mode on the map. Attacking and defending on both sides is very difficult if both teams are evenly matched, or you have some really good tank drivers on both teams. Now, one thing this map was great for would be sniping. The gameplay you're watching right now shows that. I think I was playing Team Deathmatch with the M40A5 if I remember correctly, and sniping is just amazing on this map. There's plenty of narrow alleyways you can set up in to snipe people, so all around, Grand Bazaar is one of those truly universal Battlefield maps. It's great for every playstyle, and that is one of the main reasons I want to see it brought back. I just love the diversity in playstyles on this map. For my fourth and final choice, it definitely would have to be Sane Crossing from Battlefield 3 as well. This was a really good map for Rush and Conquest, and I'm hoping that it will make a return in the near future. Playing this map a few days ago was some of the most fun I've had playing Battlefield 3 in a while. Sane Crossing's rush layout was pretty damn good. It took you all the way into the bank, which were some of the two hardest MCOMs to attack in the game. And in Conquest, you're mainly fighting over control of the bridges, but most of the action does take place on the Russian deployment side. Now, if DICE does decide to bring back Sane Crossing, they definitely need to make this map focused around capturing the two bridges. It would be pretty cool to play Conquest and have a flag or two on the US deployment side. That would kind of give a fresh feel to this map after playing it for nearly 4 years now. Now, if you haven't noticed by now, I picked 4 Battlefield 3 maps for my classic map remakes. Well, Battlefield 3 was one of the first Battlefield games I picked up, and to this day I occasionally go back and play a couple rounds on these maps. Now, if you haven't gone back to Battlefield 3 for a while, I highly recommend re-downloading it this weekend and giving it a try. It's always interesting to see how much has changed when comparing Battlefield 3 to games like Battlefield 4 and Hardline. And that is where I think I'm going to end this video, guys. If you have different maps in mind, definitely be sure to let me know what they are by leaving a comment down below today. As always, thank you guys for watching and supporting me. Leave me a like rating if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.